Morning guys, another beautiful day. Just wanted to say hey, and yes, I'm still framing in here. So I was gonna show you a little bit around interior framing, what I've been up to. So when you come in the back door over there, this is gonna be the mud room over here, because that's probably gonna be our main door that we use. The front door over here is by the road and stuff, but we're not gonna probably use it as much because of all the stuffed animals, everything's gonna be out there. So all that to say is, yeah, I'll just give you a little bit of an idea here. So this is going to be a mechanical room back in here by the stairs. And then this is going to maybe be a pantry here on the front end. That's my access under the stairs. I think I showed you, but I think it's going to work out pretty good there. So as long as I have a spot for, I think, water heater, water softener, water filter, that kind of stuff. And so things are shaping up here. This is the kitchen over here. And then this is the bathroom, which I'm leaving some of the studs out so we can get a tub shower in here. I'm going to do a one piece, so I'm going to leave that out. And then I think I had said, but until the windows come, I'm going to leave those out until I replace the new windows. So this is the bathroom, and I'll probably do a walkthrough later and kind of show what things are. This is going to be our bedroom, the main master bedroom in here. This is the corner where it used to be. This is probably going to be a closet along this wall here. And then, yeah, it's kind of nice to have this framed up by the stairs. All right, and then by the stairs here, I think I talked about that we're just going to frame the wall along following the stairs, so that way this is open. But for now, I'm leaving this whole corner open so I can get another tub shower upstairs. Upstairs here, I'm just getting set up. So I got some blocking in the trusses here where this wall goes. So this is going to be a main bedroom wall here where I got it marked out. Then there's another one here. The lighting up here isn't the greatest, but so I got blocking, put in all the trusses here for that, to support that. So then this is going to be the boys' bedroom over here, some bunk beds and things, and going to be a closet here. So I'll give you a little tour once I'm all done, but just kind of wanted to show you in the middle of the process. So here I got a temporary door set up, just on the inside. We're still waiting on our door delivery. Windows are supposed to come tomorrow. But man, I just had a delivery for some tub showers because I'm doing just one piece ones, and Home Depot, they delivered it for me. But I told them to just pull in here right up to this gravel pile because there's this old driveway here. So of course they didn't listen and pulled right up in here, right in my electric ditch. Check this out. And it might be a little hard to tell here, but they sunk in probably about 16 inches right there. Check out how deep that is, where the front tire is. So, just to tell you the story really quick, I ended up getting the Mini out and trying to pull it from over here, but we couldn't get it to budge. And then the other driver, he was supposedly more experienced, hopped in and said, "Hey, I'm gonna back up, or what do you want me to do?" And I said, "Well, if you could help me back up, as we're doing this." So he helped me back up a little bit, but we tried and couldn't get it to budge. And then he was like, "Oh, I forgot I had the emergency brake on." So anyway, once the emergency brake was off, he got it out no problem. But it was a little hairy there for a minute. I thought it was gonna be a while. So anyway, they tore up my yard because they didn't go where I told them to go. But I guess it's a construction site, This one here, I was able to have them bring it right over here for me, so at least I can get it in here. I left some studs out because of that. Then I can get it all situated where it needs to go, and then I can build a wall over here, and then I can figure out where my toilet goes. So I'm really happy to have that here. So that can help with the framing. All right, so I was going to show you something here that I'm doing. So the children are actually visiting Grandma and Grandpa, so they're gone for a few days. So I'm going to try to do something that's going to be a little bit of a surprise for them. So I'm going to show you really quick here. So this is some sanded plywood that I found locally. So it's pretty nice stuff. I just wanted sanded so that I don't get splinters and stuff like that. So I got a few sheets. I don't need too many. But right here in this truss bay, maybe I'll take you upstairs and kind of show you what this truss bay looks like. So the children always wanted, and we talked about how it'd be fun to have a hidden room or a tunnel or, you know, just a secret place in the house. And I didn't think it was possible in this little space, but I'll show you what I came up with here. So this wasn't just my idea, my wife's as well. But in this bay here, since we're going to do conditioned attic space where this is all going to get insulation up against the roof, so this is all going to be warm space here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to move this brace here, this other brace here, but this space right here, right in this triangle area, I'll show you maybe when I get it done, could be a tunnel. So what I'm planning to do is put this plywood right on this top of this bottom cord here, and then 2 feet up on this side, so there's no chance of falling over there, and then a little bit on this side as well. So the plan is, in this closet here, in the boys' room, is to have an access in here somewhere, and then it'll go all the way to the end there, but technically the access will be here, that way it's not in the bedroom, it's in a closet. And then over on this end, it's a little dark, but there's another closet over here. So then this could have an entrance, you know, in one of these bays here. Probably that end one, even though it's a little smaller. So anyway, so that's kind of the plan, is to make just a little tunnel thing in there. Would have a safe place for them to be able to crawl in there. While they're little, I think they're just going to have a blast with that. So it's worth a little bit of few sheets of sanded plywood that I need to do it, I think, and I think it'll be a fun surprise while they're gone. Really excited today. The windows showed up and I actually got them installed already, but I was gonna just show you really quick. So in the kitchen here, this is where we had done that big picture window. So that's one, got that all set. That was just as a remodel window. And so then this one as well. So that's the other one in the kitchen. So just pretty much show you around here a little bit. So this is the bathroom one. So we also got this obscured. The bottom is obscured. What I did, I got these all set, and then I think I talked about that we treated this as just its own wall, this exterior wall. So I had sheeted it all with plywood for shear strength. We insulated it before that. And then I decided, since I can't seal the outside at all, I'm going to seal the inside. That way, when I go to build this wall, at least there's some separation between them. So I got this all zip taped, and other brands as well. Just had a variety of window tape. So I got that all done, sealed up, and then I used the window and door foam around the windows here. I have to trim it yet when I trim this out, but it's very important that you use window and door foam. I'll just show you guys really quick. If you're not familiar with that, like if you're using regular spray foam to seal gaps and cracks, this one is for other stuff, but around windows and doors, they make this specifically for windows and doors because it makes so there's no bowing, it has low expansion pressure, and it's soft and flexible. It allows for expansion and contraction. So it's very important that you use that around windows so you don't bow them, doors as well, because spray foam is powerful stuff. So anyway, just thought I'd throw that in there for free. So, and back to these windows, so you can see this is the ones that I really wanted to seal up, was on these concrete walls here. They had some big voids around them, but I had to wait and foam them. I actually even had to put fiberglass underneath some of these because of just how big the gap was. I couldn't foam it all. So this one, yeah, for example, I wanted to seal that really good, and then I actually started framing this earlier today. This window's kind of lower than what I would like typically, but since it's set in brick, there's no changing it for us. Not without a lot of expense, so it's going to be what it is. But yeah, we ended up putting a slider in here in the laundry room. So this is a laundry / mud room, and this is another big picture window here. I don't know if you remember, but there was a double window here, but I was able to fine tool out the center support right here, and it doesn't really actually support a whole lot for height-wise, but it has a frame built in there, a wooden frame, so that worked out really good just to be able to fine tool those out, set those in there, and then I'll show you upstairs, because man, it's exciting that we got stairs. Our doors didn't show up yet. I'm still waiting on those, but I'm really happy how my stairs turned out, by the way. I thought originally, I think, that I was going to have to do a landing down there, but once I played around with the numbers, I figured out that I don't have to. So All right, here's the upstairs window. Got a wasp crawling around up here. But yeah, that's new construction, so I was able to do that from the outside. Got that all taped into place. Man, that really changes the whole upstairs here because of just having so much more natural light up here. Sure is nice. And I'm really happy with these windows overall. They're called Allside is the company. I've never dealt with them before, but they operate really smoothly. Nice windows. Seems like the screens operate really nicely. For a reasonably priced window, they seem to be pretty good quality. So this is on the outside front, and yep, new construction window up there. You can see I window taped that one really well and got that all ready to go. So this lower one doesn't quite line up with the center. So it's kind of set where it is. So like I said, unless we pay a lot of money to change it, can't change that, but I don't think it's going to bother us too bad. But overall, from the outside, it looks really good. We're going to have somebody redo the flashing, probably in the spring. Here where I had to take these center supports out, I just taped it with some white Stego tape, actually, to kind of seal that off till spring, but just to cover those holes up. But the aluminum is kind of faded anyway, but it doesn't match very well up with the new window because I put my windows in level and straight, and the ones that were here weren't. It's like you can see it's tight against there. Maybe you can see in the flashing. Up here it's gapped pretty good back from the flashing. So I set my windows with my new walls that way, that when you can see it a little better. But that way it'll work with my new walls when I get it done. So there's some different ones that they just fit a little odd, and then also I'm gonna have to have these flashed anyway where the new ones sit. But for now, so I don't interfere with too wide a window tape and the brick and stuff, I just cut some strips of the window tape and at least got it sealed off to the weather for now. So that's pretty nice. The masons were here and did their brickwork, but they're going to come back and acid wash it so that it blends a little better. And we're going to paint it anyway, but still, you know, it'll look a lot better, they said, once they do that. But that's the new windows, so it's exciting they got that all bricked in too. And then these are the other ones that I replaced. So as a whole, they don't look too bad. But on these ones, the flashing goes up against to where my new siding's going to be anyway, so that's going to have to be redone. So I'm probably just going to have them redo all the windows in the spring just to make sure everything is good to go. So we got good windows. We don't want to have to worry about it for a while. But yep, so that is pretty much the windows. All right, so I got a little more framing going on. I have this mudroom, laundry room all framed in. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Did this big picture window here. Just been framing around there. I still have to frame around this door finished, but I got some more windows done. So still need to do that door, need to finish this window. I'm working on this one right now. And then, because I had just left it all out, give myself some room. But now I can go ahead and frame it all in, so that's exciting. Now upstairs, this is where the bathtub is going right here. And the wall for the bathroom, I already know where the toilet and vanity go, so that's a little different. Getting that roughed in as well. But one thing that I think I had shown was that kind of tunnel thing that I want to build in the attic here for the kids. So this is the progression of that. I just built kind of an access hole in their closet that's going to go in here. And then there's going to be this little tunnel you go in. And then, check it out. If you look over that way, it's quite a bit of room. And down that way. So just kind of taking advantage of that space. I think I'm going to leave this off until I get insulation up here in these truss bays. Once I do that, then I can close this in. So same thing over here. This is in our daughter's closet right here. So this will be a lot of fun. These kids are going to have a lot of fun sneaking back and forth from one end to the other. There's so much room down there. Man, if I was a little kid, I would love something like this. The videos have been getting kind of so chopped up because the projects are getting so much bigger, it seems like, these days, like with the interior stuff. So, because framing, I can do framing for a little, and then there's insulation, there's windows, there's all kinds of stuff that shows up, you know? So I'll just give you a quick overview, I guess, on this video of what I've been doing. I'll kind of just show you the current state of things. I'm still cleaning up, so don't mind the mess. But what we ended up having to do is we had to get our tub showers in because the first ones we went with were a little bit too narrow. So we ended up getting some wider ones. But so I ended up having to get that in before I could finish frame the bathroom. Like, for example, we ended up getting some from a local place, which was awesome. But I went with a 36-inch, so it's got lots of room. But because of that, yeah, I had to get this in place and then finish framing the door. So this is pretty much what's left on the framing is right here by the mechanical room, because I wanted to leave this corner off to be able to get the tub shower upstairs as well. Drywall will probably going to have to boom in through the upstairs window, so I can go ahead and frame this because I thought I'd leave it off until we see about drywall situation. But I would like to get this done so I can wire it and all that. So I got this little corner left to do right here. And then I got to frame up the stairs here on this side. As you can see, I kind of started it because I wanted to build this wall here. But I kind of started it. I'm just going to frame from the stairway on up on this side. That way I can get underneath here to get to my access and all that, which I'll talk about later. So, yeah, so this is pretty much the current state of things. Just to give you a little bit of update. So we got this tub shower in here. This was quite tricky to get up here, just with the room of things, but I'm glad I left the framing off, so that was nice. Yeah, so to kind of show you that. So we ended up having to go with the right side drain and stuff because we're a little short on room over here. But that worked out. And then still got a little bit of insulation here. But I ended up getting the last of the insulation in. If you can see out there, it actually snowed last night. It snowed a few weeks ago, but it didn't last long. But we got a little bit of snow out there. So glad to have this insulated. We don't have heat in here yet, but with it getting this insulated, I did rock wool in all the ceilings. I guess I'll cover that in a different video. But all that to say is, yeah, I still got to do a little blocking here, but this is kind of the current state of things. So it's looking really good. I'm really happy.